Jansen Harris here with the Just Good Network. We're talking Eric Bieniemy, offensive coordinator for the Chiefs. Let me talk a little bit about him. He was a college star who was born in Louisiana and played college at Colorado in 1990. He was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. He was a pretty good player in college. Now let's talk about the pros. He played for the Chargers from 1991 to 1994, played for the Cincinnati Bengals from 1995 to 1998, and played under Andy Reid in 1999. That's how they got the relationship. Then he went back to college as a coach, coached the running backs, which he played in college from 2001 to 2002, then went to UCLA from 2003 to 2005 as a running backs coach. Then was to the Vikings as a running backs coach from 2006 to 2009. And then the Vikings as the assistant head coach in 2010. Went back to Colorado, became the offensive coordinator from 2011 to 2012. Then to the Chiefs, back in the NFL, running backs coach from 2013 to 2017. And to this present day, 2018 to 2000 right now, is the offensive coordinator for the Chiefs. And as the Chiefs coordinator, had that relationship with Andy Reid. Look, they were first in yards a game and points scored. They scored the third most points ever in an NFL season with 565 points. Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs quarterback, became the second quarterback in NFL history along with Peyton Manning to throw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns in a season. And he won a Super Bowl last year, defeating San Francisco 49ers 31-20 as the offensive coordinator. Now, here's my take on Eric Bieniemy. He's 0-7 right now with being interviewed for head coaching jobs. And should he be a head coach? Yes, he should be a head coach. I mean, he interviewed for the Jets job, the Dolphins job, the Bucks job, Giants job, and a couple other more jobs as well too. Now, when I look at Bieniemy, I think he should have got the Jets job or the Giants job, just seeing who they hired in Adam Gase and Joe Judge. I don't think he's a good head coach either. That's why you're seeing the Giants struggle and the Jets struggle. Yes, they have injuries, but basically the whole league in the COVID times have injuries. So now the Falcons. Should they make him their head coach? I say if you're going to bring in Eric Bieniemy as your head coach, offensive mind, former running back, things of that nature, I think he's going to want to bring in his own quarterback. I think he's going to want to bring in a Justin Fields. He's going to want to bring in a Trevor Lawrence if they could get the first pick for Trevor Lawrence. But Justin Fields, he should still be there. So I think that if you bring in an Eric Bieniemy, then you're thinking in the future. Because a lot of head coaches, when they come in, when a GM comes in, Matt Ryan's not a young player, okay? Matt Ryan's not a spring chicken, okay? Matt Ryan isn't a player who maybe is going to be there next season with a new head coach. He's 35 years old right now. Next year he'll be 36 years old. Be year after that 37 years old. Do you really see Matt Ryan staying the Falcons quarterback? Is he solid? Yes. Is Matt Ryan a guy who could win you big games? Yes, he could get you a couple fourth quarter comebacks. Is he going to win you a Super Bowl? Most likely not. And that's okay. There's no shame. There's no hate to that. But when I look at the way that Matt Ryan could save his job is if they go defense. I think if they go, and I think the Falcons should do this because their offense hasn't been the problem in the Matt Ryan era. They've always had pretty good offenses for the most part, and at times great offenses. You've seen the year they went to the Super Bowl, great offense. The defense was probably the best it's ever been at that time, getting takeaways, getting more 3-and-outs than usual. You see in the Super Bowl they got the pick six. So my thing with the Falcons is this. if you still want Matt Ryan as your quarterback, then you go maybe a Rex Ryan. I think Rex Ryan, he gets the most out of his defensive players, even when they're not big names, even when maybe they're not on that level yet. I think he helps with that. Guys like Bart Scott, guys like Cromartie, he coaches them up, he makes them better. I remember, and this is coming from a Jets fan, I remember guys like Kyle Wilson. We had decent secondaries that he made guys stand out more with his blitz packages, with what he's able to do with his zone coverages and stuff like that, dropping guys back in coverage, confusing offensive coordinators, confusing quarterbacks. That's what he's good at doing, and I think the Falcons need blood like that. I know they went with Dan Quinn. They thought he would be a defensive genius. It hasn't worked out like that. I think the Falcons could still get some years out of Matt Ryan. Can Matt Ryan be pretty good at 36, 37, 38? I think he can be. I think you bring in a guy like Rex Ryan. He's been in 2 AFC championship games. He has the resume. It didn't work out with the Bills, but he knows how to build defenses. He knows how to get the best out of his players. It's been proven in Baltimore. And with the Jets, he's made players pretty good. He's made even average guys look good in the scheme. So I think Rex Ryan, he's the type of guy who can coach some of these guys up. AJ Terrell's, Oliver, if he's still on the team, KZ, if he comes back from injury, he could do some things, man. So I think, again, Eric Bieniemy, as a black man, would love to see him get an opportunity. I think it's crazy that he doesn't have a job. Don't get me wrong, I am not hating on him because I'm a black man myself. I'm just saying I don't think the Falcons' job is the best job for him unless they're looking for a new quarterback. I think Matt Ryan still has a couple years left. So I would say Matt Ryan paired up with the defensive genius, it can make things worse. Because in reality, Matt Ryan has had a pretty good year this year in 2020. Yes, the 16-point game against Green Bay, people are going to point out, people are going to talk about that. But at the end of the day, if you take that away, I still think the Falcons' offense has always been in great shape. It's the defense that's a freaking problem, and they need to address that. I'm Jansen Harris with the Just Good Network. Like, comment, subscribe below. Give me your thoughts on this. Again, Eric Bieniemy, I think you deserve a head coaching job. Doug Williams was talking about that too not too long ago, how there needs to be more black coaches. I agree. It's crazy that you don't have a job. I don't know if you interview bad or what the word on the street is. I see a lot of hate on Twitter. I don't want to believe it because I don't know yet. So we'll see what it is. Like, comment, subscribe below on YouTube. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram as well. Just Good Network. I'm Jansen Harris.